Welcome back to the Martha Zoller Show. And joining us right now is Congressman Andrew Clyde. He likes to check in with us from time to time. He is the 9th District Congressman. Welcome back to the program, Andrew. How are you?
Well, good morning, Martha. Thank you for having me back again. I'm doing great up in D.C., doing my best to represent the people of the 9th District.
So, we came in with this audio related to border security, and in fact, we had Senator John Ossoff on earlier in the week and asked him about this question, and he talked about the need for stronger border security, which I think could be an opportunity since he is the senator from Georgia. But give us an update on what's happening in the Congress related to border security.
What's happening in Congress related to border security is nothing. The Democrats are in charge, and they want nothing to do with it. In fact, yesterday we had an oversight hearing that related to, sexual harassment in the Washington football team. It's an important topic, but we have yet to have a hearing, an oversight hearing on the border crisis. And that's just something that the Democrats want to ignore. They don't want to deal with it because it's a problem that the Biden administration created, and it's not something that they want in the news. So they don't want to deal with it at all. The fact that our senator is interested in border security, our Democrat senator, is a great thing. That's fantastic. We've got all sorts of bills that have been filed to improve border security, and the Democrats want nothing to do with any of them. I mean, you've got just December's numbers, 179,000 enforcement encounters at our southern border, and that doesn't include the gotaways. So, for the year, over 2 million illegals have crossed our borders with an estimated 400,000 gotaways. This is a continual disaster. And then on Tuesday, because the Speaker of the House would not give us a room in the Capitol, we had to have the Freedom Caucus. We had our own border committee hearing, border crisis hearing, off campus. And during that hearing, we learned we had 4 witnesses that ranged the spectrum from, the Border Patrol membership to some outside entities. And we learned some pretty amazing things, like the United Nations is actually funding illegals to travel from their country of origin to the United States, actually giving them cash along the way, $100 a person, $400 for a family of 4 every 2 weeks to make that trek to the southern border. This is disgusting. It's illegal. The United Nations is damaging our sovereignty, and we're paying them. That's just wrong. Martha, this is a crisis that is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we have got to do something about it. It's one of the things I think that's going to really hurt the Democrats in 2023.
So I'm glad you brought up the hearing about the Washington Commanders, who used to be the Washington Redskins. They just announced. So how would a process happen that a hearing would be held in the United States Congress about the Washington Redskins football team? How did that come about?
Well, it's because the Committee on Oversight doesn't want to deal with what its charter says it's supposed to do. And it goes back to how the Democrats renamed the committee. The committee used to be called the Committee on Government Reform, all right? Now it's just called the Committee on Reform. They took the word government out of it, which means that they think that they have the authority to reform anything and everything. We do not have the authority in that committee to go after private companies. That committee is for government oversight, not the oversight of private committees. And I made that point during that oversight committee hearing. And it gets just completely ignored.
So we are we're in a new year. We've only passed a budget on time twice in the last 46 years. April 15th is the deadline usually. I mean, we never do it on time, so I don't even know why I'm talking about these deadlines. But you're supposed to have a framework for the budget done by April the 15th. The budget is supposed to originate in the House of Representatives. Is there any work being done on the budget?
There is certainly work being done on the Republican side. Absolutely. You know, if we were in charge, we would have a budget, and we would have appropriations, and they would be done, I believe, on time. But but we're not in charge. The Democrats are in charge, and they seem to believe that continuing resolutions are the way to go. You know, the government's latest continuing resolution ends on February the 18th, so we're going to have to come back and deal with that probably on February the 17th, if I would guess. And, you know, in reality, we're actually dealing with President Trump's budget, you know.
Because they've been doing continuing resolutions. Well, Andrew, would you commit, because obviously when the Republicans were in control, they've only passed a budget twice on time. In 44 budgets, 46 budgets, you lose count. Would you commit that if you're reelected and Republicans win back, that you're going to lead that charge to make sure we do regular budget order? Because it's great if the senators talk about it, but budgets have to originate in the House.
Well, they absolutely do. They have to originate in the House. I'm not on the budget committee, so I don't actually have that authority, but I will tell you that I will do everything I can. You know, I'm the freshman representative. Of course, next Congress, I won't be the freshman representative, but I'm the freshman representative right now on elected leadership. And so that's been one of our main focuses, is we have to get our fiscal house in order. And part of that is responsible budgets and responsible appropriations. And that's what we as Republicans stand for. So I fully expect, you know, it will be my third year in Congress if the people of the 9th District send me back as their representative. But I fully expect that we as Republicans will bring that forward, and that we will be fiscally responsible in a budget and in appropriations, the way it's supposed to be, the way our founders designed it.
I hope you will hold their feet to the fire on that, because they've disappointed
me. I will do
me
everything
before.
I can to, Martha.
I know you will, Andrew, because you always do what you say you're going to do, and I appreciate that about you. Andrew Clyde, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks, Martha. Have a good day.